Hello everyone, in this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from NBC News. Now, it was published on October 10th and the source is from the Associated Press. Google appeals $5 billion EU fine in Android antitrust case. Now, this should be really cut and dry. And Google shouldn't have any real grounds to stand on. They did what Microsoft did with Internet Explorer. And that, but I mean, they weren't as brazen, well, actually, they're more brazen than Microsoft because Microsoft was kind of shady about it. They intentionally incorporated Internet Explorer into the operating system and made it part of the shell so that they could try to, if they ever got caught, go, well, it's integrated. That's why it's shipped as part of it, and try to hope that they would get some moron on the bench that would buy into that. Google, on the other hand, just forced it. And you can't choose to uninstall. So if you don't want to use, Google's OK Google bullshit search or the Chrome browser, you can't remove those. Even though they're not incorporated like Microsoft did with Internet Explorer into the operating system itself. So this appeal should just be, rejected pretty quickly. At least I would hope. So, $5 billion, that's a piss in the bucket for Google. And what they're doing is really fucking shady. So, Google, they're appealing this $5 billion, and they think they're going to get away with it. It's funny. The EU Executive Commission issued the fine in July after it found Google forced smartphone makers to using Android to install the company's search and browser apps. Yeah. So, Google appealed a record $5 billion antitrust fine by European Union authorities, who say the tech giant abused the dominance of its Android operating system to stifle competitors. Oh, you think? This is the same exact shit that Microsoft did in the PC market. You don't think Google's going to take a page from their book? Are you fucking kidding me? Of course they're going to. And they're going to try to take it a step further. A spokesman for the company, Al Verney, confirmed Wednesday that the company has filed its legal challenge with the General Court of the EU, the bloc's second highest court. Yeah. And hopefully they lose. I'm not a fan of the EU. I don't think it should have any power over the European nations. It's supposed to be an economic thing. But in this case, I'm going to sit back and laugh at this situation with Google. They got fucking caught. The EU's actually going after them for it, and I'm surprised. It's probably because they pissed them off on something else, like not censoring content that they want censored or some shit fast enough or whatever. But yeah. The EU's Executive Commission issued the fine in July after it found Google forced smartphone makers using Android to install the company's search and browser apps. Yeah, they didn't have to put them on. They're not necessary. You can get versions of Android, even though they're not called Android. They are Android because of legal reasons. They can't be called that. That do not have any Google shit on them at all. No Googleification or whatever you want to call it. They're de-Googlified. Googlified. And they're out there. And they run perfectly fine. They actually run better. In a lot of cases, I'm sure they're more secure, especially on the note of protecting your privacy from, say, companies prying on it, for example. They're not needed, these apps, but yet these manufacturers are forced to put them on. That's funny that they're that brazen. They didn't even incorporate the shit into the graphical interface or anything. The company also paid big phone makers to exclusively pre-install the Google Search app. The Block Competition Commissioner, Margaret Vestager, said at the time of the ruling, that companies must compete on their merits. Holy shit! She actually believes in meritocracy, at least on the note of corporations? I wonder if she feels that way about people. I wonder if she feels that way on the note of feminists and shit like that they should learn that, and the leftists and the social justice warriors, that they should learn that individuals should also be able to compete on their merits and succeed on their merits. Under the ruling, Google must take measures to fix the problem by the end of October or risk further fines. How much more than $5 billion are you going to tack on? Because I'm sure they're going to drag their feet. The commission will defend its decision in court, a commission spokesperson said in a statement. Well, of course. It's cut and fucking dry. This is the same shit that Microsoft got fucked on in the US and in Europe. Same exact shit. Except they were shady and coded Internet Explorer into the shell to try to hide the fact of they were forcing it on people. Google is just blazingly going, oh, fucking, you gotta slap that shit on, assholes. Whether you like it or not. And they got away with it for a while. Now they're not going to. It's pretty cut and dry. They're guilty of doing the same antitrust shit. Google, which had said it would appeal, argued that its free open-source operating system has led to lower-priced phones and stoked competition with its chief rival, Apple. The company filed its appeal Tuesday, saying just as it was unveiling its latest generation of Pixel smartphones, which undercut iPhones on price. Okay, like that really fucking matters? Okay, first off, how the hell can they argue that its free open source operating system having to be packaged with Google shit is a fact that because it is open and free? That makes absolutely no fucking sense, but yet that's what Google is saying here. That's exactly what they are saying. Because they cut the iPhone on price. Big fucking whoop. iPhones are overpriced. You get like $300. See, traditionally, markup was 100%. Like, on, say, electronics, max. On things in general was max. If you could make your money back plus 100% profit, corporations used to be happy with that. There's like $300 worth of shit, including labor, 300 something bucks worth of shit in an iPhone 10. So that phone should be selling for $600 to $700, not for $1,000 or more. That's what people don't understand. These corporations have got greedier and greedier and greedier. And I understand paying for a premium, product. Apple doesn't offer a premium product. When you can sit on your phone and bend it, it's not a premium product. Not how it works. Premium products are designed to last. I mean, like, they're MacBooks. And Louis Rossmann with his channel and repairing them, and other laptops, obviously, and things. But he does a lot of Apple products because of how shitty they are. And he talks about this all the time. How you've got a cost for something that you can get way cheaper with the same exact materials in it for the most part. The quality of what they slap together, like say with a MacBook, the quality of the case and things like that, is not nearly as good as it should be, like their phones, okay? Because their cases, they're not designed for, say, a computer. They're designed for appearance, so they don't even, to them, cooling is secondary. So they're not trying to work that into their design until after the fact. It's an afterthought. He talks about stuff like that. I mean, when you have products that are not being built to a premium standard, selling them at a premium price and marking them up well over 100% above their retail, their manufacturing cost, it's just being money-grubbing, gouging shit fucks. And I'm a capitalist, but I understand that with capitalism there should be some form of morality, and it has to do a lot of libertarians. Android is the most widely used mobile operating system, beating even Apple's iOS. Yeah, Apple's iOS is like a fucking fringe of it. It's a small chunk. The fine, which follows a 3-year investigation, is the biggest ever imposed by the EU on a company for anti-competitive behavior. Yeah. And I hope it fucking sticks. I really do. I'm not a fan of the EU. I hate the EU. I hate the EU courts and believe that they overstep their jurisdiction because they try to dictate shit going on in the United States. But in this case, I got no problems with this. I have a problem with the EU and all that, but to see this poetic justice, that has me not having a problem with the situation. I honestly think they should get hit with more. Just to make an example of them. But, you know, hey. Well, we can wish, but maybe they'll piss off the judge when in their appeal, and the judge will tack on another billion. We can be hopeful, right? Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.